Wish everyone a good day here on My Mind Over Your Matter. It's August 26, 2020, 2:02 p.m. And we got a hairy situation with Hurricane Laura. She's just turned into a Category 4 hurricane with 140 miles per hour heading towards the eastern Texas, western Louisiana border. We are going to be monitoring that also throughout the show. My psychic abilities has been a little bit like crazy the past few days. The energy has been so high that I needed to take a little break from YouTube for a few days because like I just feel so fatigued and so tired and so out of it for some reason. And I noticed the EMF levels that are pretty high and it's affected me pretty bad. Just don't like the feeling of the bombardment of energy that comes my way. I'm just trying to figure things out in my own way, and putting my energy out to the universe for positive energy. And we're very positive. You do get negative, and there's always something that wants to bring you down or knock you down on your ass. Always is going to happen. Sometimes you just gotta like phase it off and just distract yourself from the negative energy, because it's gonna get negative, especially tomorrow. It's gonna be a very hard day for a lot of people here in our country, especially in eastern portions of Texas and western portions of Louisiana, and all throughout the state of Louisiana is going to have some issues with super hurricane Laura. Uh, she's a major hurricane. She is a Cat 4 hurricane. Her winds right now, as I checked before coming on here, they just got the new advisories up, and major hurricane Laura is at 140 miles per hour winds. The storm is estimated to top off maybe around 145 before landfall, which is a very rapid intensification of a system. I knew it was going to do that. I warned you, individuals in the Gulf Coast, that this was going to happen. I hope you took my warnings. Like I released it to the universe to let people know that this is going to be happening. And I let people know this was going to happen 2 weeks ago. I was warning people, be careful in the Gulf states. I feel something's coming your way and it's going to be big and it's going to be a big hurricane. And sure enough, you got a hurricane burrowing down Louisiana and Texas. I feel sorry for those individuals. I've been through a hurricane myself. I've been through Hurricane Andrew. I just had my anniversary of surviving Hurricane Andrew, was August 24th, and that happened in 1992. It was a Cat 5 hurricane, one of the strongest hurricanes, and one of the top hurricanes in history. That's impacted the United States. It caused so much damage, so much carnage, so much lives, and this storm is no different. It's going to have very strong surge coming into. They're talking about surge that could travel like, I think it was like 30 miles inland. They're talking about, that's crazy, and it's only going to get worse. They're talking about like super high, like storm surge. I'm like over 20 feet high, or even portions higher. I'm like, holy shit, that's really tall. That's really high. So it's not a good time right now to be in those areas. So our prayers will go out to them out in the Gulf states, especially eastern Texas and western Louisiana. We're gonna take a quick. I'm gonna take a quick eye, see what's going on here. Um, just want to see if there's any information that could probably relay. Of course, NOAA always makes it difficult to get through their system. I wish they would just simplify NOAA and just like make it a lot easier how it used to be. It used to be so much easier to find things, and now you have to go through the whole program just to find your damn like maps, and it's just horrible. And this is government. This comes from the government, so it's not like this is a government issue. This is a government site that's provided to us here. I'm just want to take a quick look into the storm before I show you guys real quick. This storm is going to be a overachiever. It has that feeling of being an overachiever. I'm just opening up more links here real quick. See if I could bring up my map, my intensity map. Um, this map is still down. Are you kidding me? How the hell you have a freaking Cat 4 hurricane and your map is down? That is stupid. That's just ridiculous. Like, Noah, get with the program, man. This is stupid. You have an active system and your satellite is down. That's so stupid. Let's see if we can go to imagery. Let me see if I have anything here. Um, shoot, always makes it freaking difficult. Noah never. It's never easy with Noah. Noah, you go in there and it's like, you always got to be searching, and that sucks. And it's gonna be doing here. I'm about to kick my cats out the room because they're starting to distract me. It's too early for that. Way too early for that. I can't track him. I can't track the system if their map is down. So that's not gonna work. Let's see if we could pull up. Um, Let me just go to. Come on, this is not what I wanted, but I guess I'll go with this for right now. Let's pop this up. Let me get more information. Let me go over Tropical Tidbits because Tropical Tidbits has been really good for me. I just can't stand Noah. I'm getting I'm to the point I'm like starting to like can't stand Noah because it's just their main satellite that supposedly we're supposed to have for us to see into the storm. It's not even available. It doesn't make any sense. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go with the long wave on this one. I just want to see other information here about the storm. Okay, let's go over to the current storm. Okay, so we're looking at. Come on, why are you not working? Okay, since you don't want to do your thing, we're gonna find somewhere else. Oh boy, let's go back over here. Let's go through this again because it's supposed to pop up. I'm trying to find the satellites and I can't find the satellite that I want to use to view the storm. That's real time, but that's not the one I want. I already have real time here. Um. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure this out a little bit. Hey, what's up, guys? Hello, the ones in the chat room. If you want to come in the show, you can come on in. I appreciate it. It's more of a psychic show, but I'm also giving an update on the tropics because there's a very strong Cat 4 hurricane that's going to be hitting Louisiana, Texas this evening tonight, and just want to show you guys what's going on that sense. Um, I'm trying to bring up. You see, I had these open and I had these sites open when I closed down my computer for some reason. Like it just shuts everything down, and I didn't really want that to happen. Let me see if I could bring this up. Recently closed. Um, it's tropical tidbits. Let me see. This is not it. Come on, imagery, our satellites, and data. I need data. Where's the data? I don't see the data. God. Yeah, someone needs to come in here because I'm just gonna get annoyed. I'm getting annoyed already because this is supposed to be simple. Noah, you shouldn't have to make us go through loops and hurdles just to get some fucking information on the storm. It should be easy. It should be right in your homepage. You shouldn't have to be going through 10 clicks and then you get to the damn storm. It's stupid. That doesn't make any sense at all. But like in life, there's things that don't make sense. And it's going to continue to not make sense. So right now we're looking at oh man, we're looking at a really strong storm surge that's going to be happening. Let me see. As of 1 o'clock Central Time. So this is the newest readings that came out right now. Laura is moving at northwest at 16 miles per hour, so she is moving at a good clip. Her maximum central pressure as of right now is 952 millibars, which is a pretty good low system as far as the millibars. Right now, the system sustained winds is at 140 miles per hour. This system is a Cat 4 monster that is taking aim in the Louisiana, Texas area. We'll show you real quick on let me see here. Let's go ahead and share my screen. So share. Let's just go straight to share. Come on. We'll go share. Let's come over here. It's not what I want. It's over on this side. So as you can see, this is the hurricane. It's going slow as far as like the damn radar. The eye of the system, it looks so impressive. The eye looks very strong, compact. The system it looks like a bowling ball. The eye is not central like in the middle of the storm, but it's getting its act together, and it's definitely starting to piss me off because this link is not working the way it should be working. And I don't know what's going on, or if there's a lot of people on this that's slowing up the system. Who knows? Right now, let's see if I can open this up, because this is supposed to be looping and it's not looping. It's like it's stuck on stupid. And I chose a different look to this because I want you guys to see what is going on with the system. It just seems like it doesn't want to cooperate. All this money that's spent on Noah to help with the systems and help us, get this information, and their website is not even working. It's not even working properly, and it's like, it's like, how can we relay any information if your site is not even working? So that's not going to be good. I'm trying to switch over cameras. I can't even switch. Let's see if I could refresh this because this is stupid. So let's go ahead and try to refresh it. Let that refresh. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of the screen. Let's see. Where am I? If you want to join the show, you're more than welcome to join the show. The link is already posted out on the show. I'm working on trying to get this radar imaging going, which is starting to get on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves. It is, because it's a strong system, it's a beautiful system, and yet I cannot let anybody know what's going on. But I could show you what Tropical Tidbits is showing right now, which this one came up, which is great. Let me share my screen real quick, and we'll show Tropical Tidbits. Tropical Tidbits. Here we go. And that's what the hurricane looks like right now. Look at that monster. Holy shit. Look at that eye. Look at the white cloud tops, the blacks and the whites. That's your highest winds, your strongest part of the storm, and it's just getting stronger. The system looks very impressive. The eye is not too clear in the inside. It's kind of like it's trying to get its eye together. It's not like a clear eye. It's not like it's not a circle. It's kind of like broken up. So it's trying to get itself together, I guess. It's trying to get itself together. Let me see what's going on here. All right. So that's your Hurricane Laurel. She is definitely going to be hitting up in Lake Charleston area. Anything west, I would say anything east of Lake Charleston is going to be heavy surge, heavy like winds. It's going to be crazy tornadoes. This is a very textbook beautiful hurricane. There is some dry air. I just noticed right now there is some dry air and some little bit of shear is trying to penetrate the western part of the storm. I don't know if you guys notice here. It was green and all of a sudden it just started turning like blue and then white, that's dry air and that's shear. So the storm, it has its center really intensified, so that's good as far as like the center's concerned. But the storm is gonna start having some little difficulties in the near future, especially as far as its as close approach. And we're talking about maybe midnight tonight. We're going to be dealing. This is going to be a night hurricane, another night hurricane. So this is going to be amazing. I'm going to be monitoring some storm chasers because I like to watch the storm chasers go out there and put themselves under the gun to relay messages to individuals. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm gonna be looking at that tonight. But this storm looks oppressive, man. It looks so pretty and so impressive. Even in the satellite view, it looks so nice. Um I can't get Noah to work properly. It's just not working properly. Like I'm trying to there are other let me see something. It just doesn't let me. It's just not the site is not working properly. It seems like their site is down and you can't get any of the satellites to pop up. Like I used to get it like instantly, and now it's like it doesn't work. It's like not working, and I'm impatient when it comes to these satellites because these satellites are supposed to pop up like boop, and it's supposed to be working, and it's not working. Oh man, all our government money we put to this stupid government for this stupid program, and this shit doesn't even work. That's dumb. So as far as here, we could check it out. Check out the track. Is going to be a major hurricane going into Louisiana Texas border, and it's going to cross the border like into the border as a hurricane Thursday morning. You're going to be dealing with this. So those who live in Louisiana, it's going to be a heavy rain, heavy wind, tornadic event. You will be losing a lot of power. Everyone's going to be losing power. You're not going to have power for a very long time. So be ready for that. It's just I know how it is because I've been through it, and it's just not good. And it's so weird because it's landing as a major hurricane, right? It's going to be a hurricane, then a storm, like a tropical storm. Around Arkansas, it's going to be a depression. And throughout its life as a depression, it's going to come out into the Atlantic. And guess what? It's going to form into a storm again, back into a tropical storm and heading up the northeast. Wow, I'm actually in the cone here in Connecticut. We're in the cone of uncertainty for this depression slash storm that's possibly going to be coming. So I might get some effects from this storm. Some others too that are in the cone or will be getting effects from the storm. This is going to be a wild storm. This is going to be a storm people are going to be talking about for a while because it's a very strong, beautiful storm. Very strong. I gotta step out for a moment. I gotta make a phone call. Let me make a phone call real quick and I'll be right back. If you want to come on the show, just come on in and I'll be here standing by. I'll be right back. You know, All right. I'm back on. Baby, back. Just had to make a phone call real quick. You know how it is. Got to make that phone call. Got to check in. Just gonna light up my joint because this is a joint friendly marijuana 420 friendly channel, and I gotta light up. And when I light up, my psychic abilities come up, and I'll be talking about some psychic stuff that's gonna be possibly happening shortly. More people come in, we'll talk. Right now, I know there's not many people, and I know I've been out for a few days, and and people people got their lives. People will tune in if they need me. They'll come. People always come. Right now, like I said, I only been on YouTube for a few weeks now, and almost about a month, maybe a month on YouTube, and it's been pretty steady. It's not so bad. Um, I haven't done much of psychic like work and stuff, so I mean that's okay, I guess, in a sense. Like I said, when people really need me, they'll shine. They'll come out here and they'll show themselves, and they'll ask for my opinion and for my help. Things are turning out to get better with me as far as like other things in my life are starting to improve. My physical therapy is just what sucks because like I got to do a lot of physical therapy, and I'd be tired. I get tired and I feel exhausted. I'm like, why am I exhausted? Like, why am I exhausted all the time? I gotta take actually my medication now that I remember. Talking about exhaustion, I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta take my medication. I gotta take my medication, baby. Gotta smoke my medicine and take my pharmaceutical medication. You know, the end of 2020 is gonna be a very interesting ending to 2020. I see big, like dramatic changes happening, and not for the good, for the worse. I see a crash happening. Um, I don't know if it's a market crash or airplane crashing or something crashing. Like I see something crashing. I see I see a lot of people hurt. I see people crying. I see people that like it's maybe it's the storm that's going to be crashing against these people's homes, that it's just bringing fear, and I'm feeling the energy from them on my channel. And this is it's amazing. But let's go ahead and bring in Albert. What's up, Albert?
How you doing, Ray?
Albert. I
I'm
like
alright.
your picture.
It's called the Rising
That's like a
Phoenix.
draft. Yeah, you look like the Phoenix.
Me and my
Yeah,
brother
man.
are the Rising Phoenix.
Nice. Yeah, so you're growing from starting new, bringing up new energy, stronger energy, more positive energy,
Yeah,
focus energy, like confusion. You gotta stay away from confusion and uncertainty because those are the poisonous on your mind. You
yeah,
have to think clearly and fluent.
yeah,
You know, because sometimes the mind gets cluttered. And when you get
yeah,
cluttered, you start stumbling, and that's when you start forgetting stuff, or oh man, I should have done this, or you start questioning yourself, and that's when you get the uncertainty.
yeah.
um and I feel like that's you, Albie. You as far as like, because this is psychic show right now, so whoever's on
Well,
here,
I like,
that's what
I love listening to you. My brother does too. Whenever he gets a chance, he'll talk with you. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of something you talked a long time ago about. When you had a dream and you were seeing those alien eyes, and then somehow turned himself to a ball of fire and zoomed out of space. And I was thinking about that because sometimes I go on Google Images and I search what's interesting in my mind because I try to take it from confusion.
yeah. The mind is a beautiful, like it's beautiful, right? But also could be very punishing and very detrimental, because it gives you the yay and the yin and the yang, the yay and the nay, the wrong, the right, you know?
Yeah,
It's like left or right, what, like which way do I go? It's always like your mind is always making a decision. Every second you're alive, you're constantly making decisions. Is it the best
yeah,
decision for you? Well, that's upon you to decide. Like for me, I just feel like shit. I've been feeling like shit, and when I don't feel good, I just don't feel good, and I can't broadcast or do any shows if I'm not into it. Like I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the energy. I'm not feeling good. I'm kind of tired. And when you're tired, you just don't really want to, you know, try to be helpful. Well, I need the help. I need to help myself. So that's why I took a few days off to regroup a little bit and get myself back together again, like Humpty Dumpty. And he had a great fall, but he was able to put his ass up back together again. So we could do that. That's for damn
yeah,
sure. And yeah, man, it's just big changes are going to be, happening soon, and wild things are going to be happening soon. And the 2020 is not over yet. We still got like 3 more months.
yeah. And I hope this will be the year where if dump truck gets elected again, marijuana should be legalized everywhere, not to and not to keep, you know, rubbing it in, because you never know who may be listening to you other than me, you, and your friends. But you know, it's just that I think that 2021 should be a fresh new year where just people can smoke their J and have fun and not get arrested by the police, and having a good time and help to build America up. I mean, besides these hemp cannabis industries, they can make America great again. They can open up new businesses and make better. It can be a corporation or something like that.
Businesses this year are going to struggle. Small businesses, actually. The larger ones, they're going to find a way to survive and so forth. It's just the small business owners, the mom and pop stores. Those days are going to be coming to like a drag, like it's going to drag out to like it's just going to die. It's just not going to. It's as much as you want small businesses around, you want it to be helpful to these individuals, but you have big box companies like Walmart and Amazon, and they're just taking over the world, and mom and pops are not, they're not getting enough money. They're not be able to maintain, and their dreams and hopes of a future is pretty much in the gutter. And it's sad
Yeah,
because I see a housing market crisis happening. I still see that housing crisis happening. Don't
yeah.
get it twisted. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen, and it's gonna shock people, and a lot of people are gonna end up being homeless, or or really like suicidal because of the pressure, too much pressure.
I just hope that this housing crisis is just a little dent, because I don't even like hearing about housing crisis and people that are disabled like me, myself, and you. I don't I don't want to see ourselves on the fucking street when the rich people want to laugh at us and shit, and then we go ahead and living our daily lives, not breaking the fucking law, just chilling out, partying like everybody else would be partying, and it's just not. It's just to me, it's just not fair for us to have to kiss a politician's asked to have this done and have that done so you don't lose this or that. And no matter what, it's not good enough, you know. Nobody's rich in this country except for the rich. I mean, just talking some shit on top of my head, but
Yeah, I mean that's true. Like, why do we have to kiss politicians' ass? We shouldn't have to. We should
should
be
be
the ones
the
that
ones that
tell these
tell the
motherfuckers
motherfuckers
do your fucking
do your
job.
fucking job.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
it's just
it's
they're not
just
doing
they're not
their job,
doing their job.
and that
And
goes
that
all over
goes on.
the you know,
You
they
know,
just
they just
get too
get too
comfortable,
comfortable,
and then they
and then they
just
just
slack.
slack.
How come I
How
hear
come I hear
echo?
echo?
I hope that's not for me.
That's you,
That's
me.
you, me.
Uh-oh. That's me?
You know,
You
it
know,
always
it always
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen.
It's always
It
gonna
always
happen
gonna
when
happen
I'm
when
wrong.
I'm
We're always
we're
gonna
always
have
gonna have
technical
to.
difficulties. Yeah, I'll
Yeah, I'll
drop
drop
the
the
background.
background.
Alright.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah,
now
you see,
I can hear my
now
echo again.
I can hear my echo again.
So it's definitely you, Abby.
So it's definitely you, Abby.
Alright, let me go ahead and try to log back in and let me refresh my page and hope
Uh,
that takes this time.
all right, sounds good. Yeah, technical difficulties always happens, especially on the StreamYard. It's been happening more frequently, and it just needs to fade away. It needs to fade away. The gremlins need to find elsewhere to distract, because that's what they do. They try to distract me, and I guess it's the energy that I'm projecting. It kind of messes with the technology too, because I'm a little too strong. And every time I go into someone's stream or my stream or anybody's stream, like Dark Illusions or Max Vision or anybody's stream, like it just starts going crazy. And it's only with me. It seems like I'm like, why is it? Is it only me? Like, why is thing going crazy? Do I am I too much for the internet? Is my energy too strong? Oh, Aubrey.
Hey, what's up?
All right. I can hear a little, not so much as before.
Okay,
So
let me go ahead and adjust my mic because I think I got that bitch all the way too loud. And I
no,
think,
you got it good. It's like I could hear okay, and I'm not hearing myself when I'm talking. So that's you're okay right now. So don't
alright,
mess with it. Just leave it alone. I like the picture you have up. That's pretty cool. So let's keep this moving. So yeah, politicians, they need to. I don't even know why we have politicians. I don't even know why, like, all this mess we have. Like,
I think the reason why we got politicians is because we got over empowered and we want to create an overhead and you know and that we didn't actually create it. It was part before the Civil War and all of this, like the crew credits and came from all from the British. It, it's all constitutionally been laid out by the full founding fathers because they want slaves and shit.
yeah, and I think like the whole system just needs revamping.
Yeah, that's what needs
Definitely, the whole system needs to be revamped.
because the original seat and the original Declaration of Independence that's been made out of cannabis hemp.
Well, I definitely think we need a new independence, new Declaration of Independence, a new constitution. Adapting some of the old and bringing in some of the new. Let's see something. Let me check something out here real quick. Okay. Let's see if this is better. Oh, B.
Yeah,
I put on my headsets.
that's good.
It's a little bit better to talk on here with my headsets on.
I
Um,
need to give me some headsets down the road too.
Sometimes they give me it's like too much pressure on my head, so it's like I don't like stuff on my head because it kind of gives me a headache and it just puts a little bit more pressure on my neck. But
Mm,
it's not
yeah.
too heavy and it's not so bad. It's just I like to hear clearly and not be so much um, interrupted by my echo. But man, you saw that crazy hurricane?
No, yeah, were you trying to show it?
Man, that hurricane is at a Cat 4 right now.
Oh,
Laura.
damn.
It's
That
a
ain't gonna hit the Florida, is it?
no, it's gonna hit Texas Louisiana
Oh,
border. It's
I
gonna
have a,
hit
I have
uh
a cousin living up in that area.
who?
So I have a cousin that probably lives in that area. I don't know if he still lives in Lansing, Michigan, but
Mm, I know um I know someone in Louisiana. I hope she's
I
prepared.
mean in Texas though. I I think they live in Texas.
Yeah, this storm is gonna be more heavier on the eastern side of the storm. So your strongest weather is gonna be in the east on the eastern side. So the one that's gonna be having problems is gonna be Louisiana. Louisiana is gonna see a big impact from the storm. It's gonna cause major problems, um, especially like along the coast. It's not gonna be good. It's gonna be a lot of destruct. Like things are gonna be horrible. And the storm is getting stronger and it's creeping. It's a creeper, and it's definitely gonna try to be an overachiever. Let's see here. Damn charger. I gotta put my charger in my phone. But the storm, the thing is, I'm having problems. I'm having problems with their website, NOAA's website.
Yeah.
It's not working properly, man. At a time that we need these radars and we need these, like I go to the government, to get the information instead of going to other websites, and the money that we put in for NOAA that comes out of our tax paying money doesn't even freaking work.
So it don't matter if you send them an email, they're not gonna give a fuck.
It's like it doesn't work. It's like the millions of dollars that they spent on this system, and the system doesn't even work. That's sad.
It is.
That's actually it's pitiful. It's disgusting. That's like they just steal our money and they do whatever the hell they want.
That can't happen. That's gotta stop right there. But anyway,
Yeah. But the system looks very impressive. Yes. Uh, it's trying to be a little overachiever. Yes. It's trying to get its act together. It's definitely trying to get its act together. It is a cat 4 hurricane right now, and the more I look at it, it just looks more impressive and so strong, and it looks like a bowling ball. It looks like Sonic the Hedgehog looking. Yeah, because it's so fast and it looks so strong and tough. And I'm sad that this freaking satellite. I can't believe that I can't get Noah satellite up because I'm going through it here in the background and I'm looking at the satellites and I'm trying to find my satellites and I just the ones that I depend on they're they're down. They're down.
uh,
Oh
it's,
man, those people out there in Louisiana, get ready. You guys gonna go back into the early 1800s with no power, no internet, no cable television, no cell phone. Because remember, cell phones
that
they run.
happened right here in Ohio a year ago. That happened to me a year. That happened to us a year ago.
Yeah, and you just got hit by a tornado.
Yeah, it was. I think it was an E3 or something like that.
Freaking crazy. Hell no.
Because mostly because the weather manipulating, that harsh shit.
Oh, and yeah, I talked about that the other day about HARP and how they're
Yeah,
manipulating the ionosphere. Yeah, I know that. I see that. I talked
but
about
that's
that.
the shit.
Definitely talked
Yeah,
about it a lot. I've spoken a lot about it, and yeah, they really are manipulating the weather. You don't think this hurricane's not being manipulated? Let me tell you something. It has like manipulation all written in this hurricane. Where this hurricane is going right now, there's a lot of oil fields out in the Gulf of Mexico.
oh man.
That means gas prices are going to start creeping up a little bit, and
Yeah,
these refineries are shut down for 5 days. And you gotta understand, they're shut down for 5 days because after the storm passes, they have to do an inspection to make sure there's no, structural damage or problems with the rig,
yeah.
oil leaks, or maybe oil, breakage. They won't report it in the news, but that always happens.
Because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. They don't. They want to keep everything a secret because that's just the way they are.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring in Paula to the show. Hey, Paula.
Hey,
Hello.
Hello, good day to you.
Well, I was going to type this, but now I don't have to. Now I can just say it. Our gas prices went up overnight. My husband paid, we got gas yesterday, thank God.
Told you.
And he only had to pay like 189 or 198 a gallon. And then overnight, it's up to 225 a
Oh yeah.
gallon everywhere.
Oh yeah. It's gonna go up more too.
He was so happy he got gas yesterday.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna go up more because what this storm is going is where we pretty much get our gas and oil from. They're not really talking about that,
Oh,
but
lovely.
the refineries and they're all in this
They're
area.
gonna get hit with that shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is definitely a reason for prices for gas and oil to go up.
Well, clearly they're already preparing for gas prices to get hit. I should say, preparing to get hit with the hurricane. That's why gas prices went up.
And just went up
Because you said
overnight.
it's gonna hit tonight, right?
Yeah, tonight around
Oh yeah, they did
midnight.
it last night overnight. Yeah.
I would say around 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. The storm is gonna start wreaking havoc. I might stay up a little late tonight just to see the some of the storm chasers that I like to watch on YouTube.
Like how late? Like what time? I
Oh
go to
no, go ahead.
I go to bed around 2 in the morning, and if I'm not too fucking wiped, I could pop in and join you for a bit before I
Okay.
go to bed tonight if you do it around that time.
All right. Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I probably be up tonight. I probably stay up. Well, a little bit late, probably about 1 in the morning. I probably stay up till because like last night I tried to sleep and I couldn't really sleep right away. I was in bed and I was comfortable. I felt good, but I just had a hard time just falling asleep.
Right. That happens to me all the time, especially lately.
Yeah,
It's been really bad.
but then when I fall asleep, I fall asleep, and I'm asleep. I'm asleep. But then when I wake up early in the morning. But then I wake up tired.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the hell am I tired?
Exactly. It's like, what are they doing to us? Seriously. I mean,
They,
and I have to say that they are doing something
oh yeah,
because Max and his wife got hit with some kind of energy weapon,
he's sick.
and now he had to go get tested for COVID because he's showing symptoms, but he
Yeah.
didn't before getting hit with this energy weapon. And I take sleep aids. I
Hmm.
take Benadryl, which makes me tired. I take ZQuil, which puts you down. And when I have the money, I also take melatonin gummies. But
Hmm.
last week or so, I've been without the gummies. but I'm still taking a big old swig of the ZQL and 3 Benadryls, and I'm ass wiped fucking tired when I go to bed at 2:30 in the morning.
My God.
And I still can't get to sleep until 6 a.m. and then I'm up by 11:30. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's not even cool, man. Something's not right.
You know, because
And under this energy, I have pulled the love card. So in the midst of this shitstorm, pun intended, we have to still love. And I do. I love the idiots that are doing this to us, but I don't like them.
I pulled out the Queen of Swords. And
Were you pulling a card on this topic as I was doing this?
Mhm.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I pulled out the Queen of Swords.
And what does yours mean?
Mine's is more like, because we're talking about the system and we're talking about the energy,
Right.
and it seems like darkness is coming towards us, and
Yeah.
it's upon the horizon, and it's coming swiftly and without care.
Yep. And without care, I like the wording of that. And we have to be, the love is the light in the dark, is how I'm seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got
kinda
goosebumps
agree
all
with
over.
that,
I know,
Brian.
me too, right?
Yeah, I got
And I
goosebumps.
agree with Rick too on that. But
Yeah,
it's mostly how they use their harp and energy weapons and the ion sphere. It's
Yes.
like they don't really give a shit, you know?
No, they don't care. They hide underground when the shit hits.
Yeah. And
yeah,
the children don't understand. And the children that we're bringing up in the world, it's so hard for them to get their lives on the road, you know, like their education and schools will just preach you lies and lies and lies, you know.
right on.
Yeah. And so the card from the top of the deck after shuffling was love, and the one on the bottom of the deck is dominion.
You want me to do mine because I went through the middle and this card came out, but I'll tell
Hmm.
you what's on the top.
Yep, I did top and bottom. I felt led to do top and bottom. So love has to have dominion because this is what happens when they have dominion. Those storms and shit.
I got the Six of Wands and the Four of Cups.
I want to get more details on
This
that.
is gonna be, and since we're like into the story with the energy and the hurricane and all this stuff,
Yeah,
we're preparing for battle. We're
yeah.
we have to put our guards up. We have to be ready at all times. With
Yes.
Six of Wands, like you have to, like, we need a leader, but then the leader needs to be a team, also player, and it needs to be ready for what's coming, and good things down the line is going to come to us.
And bless you to Sneezy in the background of Albie's audio.
Of course,
Yeah, thank you. He said
bless
thank you.
you.
He sneezes like me.
That
It's
was my
not
brother
you, it's
sneezing.
yeah, it's the whole head explodes.
Yeah.
Sneezes hard.
Ew.
Good things are going to be coming though, like
And
it's gonna come out of nowhere. Things good, some good is gonna come out, and we're gonna be down, and we're not gonna feel like we feel out of it, because it's like we're ready, but then it's like kind of like a depression, hits us, and we're kind of like down, but then we're gonna be surprised with something, and it's gonna be
yeah,
beautiful, and it's gonna be loving, and it's gonna be awesome. And it's like, oh, this is cool. It gives you like that motivation. I'm put on another card. Yeah, you see, I got the Emperor card. So y'all need to listen to me when I'm
can you
saying.
see this? Can you see my screen?
Hold on, because I'm sharing. Give me 1 sec. Let me take the hurricane out. Laura. All right, go for it.
Yeah, I was looking up the full meaning of it's a Two of Wands card.
Wow.
And it's the Tarot of Eli, but it's the Thoth Tarot deck that I'm using. And it's 2 of Wands, Dominion. And the Night Sun Tarot. Okay, so there's the card that pretty much resembled, if you were spinning this, it resembled that storm, I thought, as well.
Yep.
And then
Is
we're
that a
gonna,
female? Hold on. This is a female card, right?
I don't know if it's a female card. Maybe it is, yeah, because of that thing there, yeah. And then also, I think this is Aries down here at the bottom.
Aries. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still, when I look at cards, like I always like to break them down and look at
Look
the
at the
pictures.
symbolism, yeah.
Yeah, always look at the symbolism. It always like shows something within the pictures. There's like faces, like in the top. Yeah, like those looks like faces.
And they have crowns on. You see
Yep.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have crowns, and
Yeah.
you see the dagger. It's like
Yeah.
with the it has like more native, like
Yeah.
inside because of the
And
spears.
fire. Yeah. Yeah, you'd think it'd be swords, but it's wands.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is what it means. And now I have to zoom in more so I can actually see the words. And even if people want to see it in chat or in the video. Okay, so I'm going to read this now. We're going to get some more actual detail other than the, the feelings that we get from the card. Okay, so I read that part. Oh, also, the 2 of Wands is also the second Sephiroth, Chokmah, wisdom, which is a Hebrew word for wisdom. So, I have studied Hebrew as well. I do my homework. Okay. From the Golden Dawn texts, the 4 deuces symbolize the powers of the king and queen. And that did look like a male-female face over there on the card. Therefore, do they generally imply the initiation and what is that word? Fecundation of a thing. I'm going to look up that word so we know what the frick it means. I hate when they try to use fancy friggin' words. Just fucking use a word that everybody understands, for Christ's sake.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's not going to give me how to pronounce it. Okay, I'm going to have to put it in here. How to fecundation. Yeah, there you go. So back to the reading of a thing. Oh, wait. Now I want meaning. Now that I've done that. Biology, the act of process of fertilization by which a new organism is produced from a physical union of male and female, mates, basically. Okay, back to this. So copulation. Copulation would have worked just fine. To reiterate the key to all systems, as well as the universal pattern in the only reality, the key we know as Chokmah, wisdom, on the tree of life. Kether is not or no thing. Therefore, it is not reality. When we cause reality, it is of our beliefs and opinions united. So I often call Chokmah the real, for it is not us, but is the will of force before us. And that hurricane is gale force winds, so force before us, as well as the will to force that we call emotion. Our beginning is in Chokmah, the idea of I am, and the will to force all begin there. Thus, we are dreaming ourselves into willfully forced existence. For now, we know Chokmah to be will to force, which is energy in motion, which is also that hurricane. And then down here, we do have Aries, so it definitely means Aries. They're showing a picture of Aries and a big, strong man. Looks like he's like climbing or standing at a mountain tip there at his feet. Also called the Lord of Dominion, and whose zodiacal attribution is Mars in Aries, which is war. Mars being the planet of vitality, energy, and assertion. Aries is the astrological symbol of exploration and pioneering. The angles of the deacon are, I don't know how you say that word or that word. I'm guessing maybe they are Hebrew, but I never ran into those. And then they show that. The Two of Wands represents Chokmah, influencing the world of pure spirit known as, oh, goodness sakes. Gonna have to look this one up now. Meaning, literally the word of emanation. Okay, so it means emanation. So, known as emanation. Again, we are trying to explain the inexpiable, also don't know that word, which is the supernal triangle. Okay. The second Sephiroth is pure will without need of result, which to many is impossible to realize. For most of us, exercise will and expect results to reach goals, which is believe what you know without seeing. Believe without seeing, which is how we are psychic. What many of us don't realize is that will is the power behind spirit. I'm covered in goosebumps right now. Am I the only motherfucker? In fact, they are inseparable. The spirit is the spiraling of energy, like that hurricane, into, so if you want to know what it looks like in the spirit, it looks like a hurricane. Spiraling of energy into identity, motions that build microwave dimensions of I am and need no result. I'm covered in goosebumps still. Before the frequencies are stimulated into being via thought waves, there was will to force. Chokmah, the divine masculine. So it's a masculine card, but it had female attributes. And then will to form, Bina, the divine feminine. So we saw that. I'm covered in goosebumps. We saw that before we started reading this. They're everywhere. Oh, God. The Sephiroth are called beings that may be force or may be form, but in fact, a being to a Kabbalist is a immortal, it should be an immortal state of conscious energy. While we may all know that the living forms we are used to have a beginning and an end, a being is point in time, space, and therefore it has not depth, and its dimension is infinite pi. In Chokmah is being, the first being, the all-father, fiery, electric, who has no form until she, the watery, magnetic. The third Sephiroth, Bina, wills him to form. Here in the Two of Wands is that joining of the two states of will, that is he and she, will to force and will to form, both being masculine in this state as both are expressing will. The receiver of this expression would then be receptive feminine, which is not a sex of a species, but the anima, divine feminine, and animus, the divine masculine, within the psyche of each of us. The Two of Wands represents energy in an unbridled state of force, for Mars is exalted in Aries. Oh, goosebumps. As the fiery Mars rules the fiery sign Aries, here fire, i.e. spirit, is pure, primal, and brilliant, warm, and bright as both will to force and will to form. The Dorges, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, is a weapon symbolizing the properties of a diamond. So diamond in the rough. And also it has a crown at each end, which we saw on the card as well, the two crowns. And we have the corona, the crown virus, happening to the whole world right now, the virus of the crown. Tibetan symbols for thunderbolts are shown crossed on this card, emphasizing the power and harmony of this card. Will to force and will to form are in balance here. The forceful dominion of spirit has become a domain, i.e. expression in material form. Wow, and now they're showing some craziness underneath this card. It's not a card I drew, but that just says wands. But that's got lots of symbolism in it.
Yeah,
It has a lion's head and a
Yeah.
woman
See the snakes.
and the snakes. And she's like sitting on it, kind of like a swing. And then I think this is air, the symbol for air, the triangle there. And then it looks like she's on, you know, what's actually the tails of the snakes, but it looks like poles, like stilts in like blood surrounded by rocks or something. Huh.
Hello, Cajun Queen Tarot. Thanks for coming through. I was thinking about you because of the hurricane.
Me too. Hey, sister, you stay safe.
She needs to come on here because we need to talk to her before that storm happens. She should come on the show. She could talk to us because I want to see how she's doing over there because I know the storm is going to be very bad for Louisiana.
Yeah,
and
she may not have a good connection, but
she might not even have power. Because this is a strong storm. It's a Category 4 hurricane, 140 miles per hour winds. You think that's not going to slow down? That's not going to slow down right away. It's going to do a lot of damage in Louisiana, and a lot of people are going to lose their power. And Cajun Queen might lose her power. She probably won't be on for a while.
I'm hoping she don't.
With the internet down, and remember when that tropical storm hit me, and it even hit me, it was in New York, and we lost power here, and we lost internet for 3 days. So imagine getting hit by a Category 4 hurricane, and it's gonna take time for it to like wind down, and you're still gonna have powerful thunderstorms, and power is gonna be knocked out. And I just hope that she's prepared and ready to battle the storm. I'm gonna update the storm and talk about the storm and my feeling about the storm. When I tell you right now, when I'm concerned and I'm talking about it, that there's no control over it. It's like it's serious, and I hope the people out there in Louisiana and eastern portions of Texas and like be ready for this because it's not going to be good. It's going to be very bad.
Yeah.
And then having to deal with the virus too. Oh,
no, she must be on the 2.0 channel.
Good.
There she is. Yeah, she's on the 2.0. So, what did she say exactly? Oh, she's saying hi, everyone. Hello,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, she's on two because I'm broadcasting on two channels. I'm broadcasting on the 2.0 and I'm also broadcasting on My Mind Over Your Matter.
Yeah, and so I was just reading. We drew cards about the energies going on right now with this hurricane, and I was just reading through my card because apparently there's a lot of meaning to that one card, and I'm about halfway through it. So back to it, the astrological and zodiacal signs on the night sun two of wands are also of Aries and Mars, which is this. Okay. So both aggressive and therefore aggressive dual force is applied here. Therefore is no lust of result in this pure will, made of the harmony of he and she aspects of the one. The union itself is a joy-filled journey. Therefore, there is no battle of the sexes, where one wishes to rule the relationship over the other. There is the union of wisdom, Chokma, and understanding, Bina, and Chokma is I, and Bina is Am, that gives birth to knowledge and all creation. Here, energy is initiating a current of force, that spiral of energy from which all domain is created. This spiraling is shown on the night sun tarot, two of wands, as ripples in the pool of the serpent. Wand stilts. Yep, I said stilts. The Queen of Wands is animating. She, being will to form, is taking the electric fire of the will to force, utilizing it to create both form and motion. The lion-headed robe, the upward standing triangle on the lion, on the loin cloth, both are symbols of the fire. Leo, the lion, is the symbol of the sun, and the triangle is the alchemical symbol of fire. So it wasn't air, it was fire. The card also is fiery red in its majority of color.
Yep.
When the word harmony is mentioned, one often thinks of peace and quiet bliss, but this is the violent, destructive, harmonious force that initiated the Big Bang. Totally without resistance in and of itself, but destructive of peace nonetheless, for it is a fire, and fire purifies. Both consumptive and transformative. A rhythmic intercourse in the substance of mind, which, we conceive our thoughts in the mind, which we call spirit. And as energy surges through the vast sticky blackness of space, causing ripples we know as time, a singularity exploded outward to form the building blocks of our universe and disturbed the peace and balance of absolute stability. So that change can become a constant. The one energy can now transform according to self-awareness, for all self is a duality of force and form. Therefore, we will live within the one mind as many idealized dreams of self. And there's the warrior covered in blood carrying the sword of the spirit.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Go back to the picture again. I want to see something.
it's a lot of blood.
Yeah, a lot of blood. And I'm guessing this must be Mars, the planet right here as well. And then, of course, stars. Okay. Here, Mars, yep, in Aries. So that's Mars in Aries, another depiction of it. Mars in Aries represents that powerful gathering of force to deconstruction of I for the purpose, reconstruction as I am, a gathering of will to force and will to form, and or the beginning of transformative energy. Now the first law of thermodynamics is in motion. There is only one energy that cannot be created nor destroyed, only transformed and transmitted. One is now in motion, which requires transforming to am. So it requires I transforming to am. A dual identity of I am the other and or am. The other is the secret lover of which all of us have within our own psyche, for all is mind. Therefore, in each of us is the anima spirit and animus soul who intercourse to create me. I am me is our trinity of divine self-awareness. And then that's the tree of life there. Looking at the Kabbalistic tree of life, we know the twos to be Chokmah, the second Sephiroth of the supernal triangle. This is pure will, independent of any given object. Will without lust or of result, that is will without to be, that cause manifestation. This is the power will or powerful will that the Magi can channel into ritual manifestation, but only in the Magi, if the Magi has taken care of preparation. So there is no lust for result in their psyche, yet still requiring the union with a feminine counterpart called imagination. So our imagination is feminine. Mars, the planet of war, is in its own sign, Aries, the first of signs, and therefore represents energy initiating a current of force, but at point A to point B, and or polarity is required, or currents of force can't flow. Therefore, the Thoth, Two of Wands, show the Dorjus current of electrical force with a feminine Kadro Ma, Kadro head on one end and a phallic shaped twin serpent wrapped sphere or spear head on the other end, showing both male and female sex serpent force interaction. Where the two cross, it's called a point. A point in engineering is where the two lines cross, which is where our souls are born. The horse heads on the Kadorma crowns symbolize spiritual power, and the serpent at the base of the arrow's head represent the regenerative power, sex force, and healing that comes from this power balance. Here, Crowley promotes an interesting illustration of the Tibetan Dorjus, thunderbolts, that's what they are. That word is thunderbolts. crossed, but crowned with the angelic Tibetan Kadroma, daughters of Kali, suggesting that these thunderbolts are more destructive than constructive. Few of us remember that destruction is the first part of the creative process, but it is so. Even the universe as the singularity, even the universe as the singularity I, destroyed and transformed itself to become many I am in the Big Bang. To tell the truth, any great accumulation of energy by any form, be it psyche or physical, will destroy its lower frequency forms. And if done properly, a phoenix will arise from the, I'm covered in goosebumps, from the excess of flame as a formed harmonic of higher frequency, such as the all-seeing I that created other as another way to be I, and by understanding third Sephiroth, Bina, the difference between I and am, created the child, me, which is the Holy Trinity, as we read above. Energy is opposed in forms, a necessary oppression, to be sure, but still in each of us. The energy fights to join with the totality, invoking more of the one energy, changes the forms, time and space, to more expansive and energetic boundaries than before. Hence, the one who invokes is often accused of insanity, because their reality boundaries has changed form, the normal form boundaries of animal survival mind to the imagination of the immortal. That expansive perspective usually makes both genius and insanity seem to be one. This is usually because the mundane form is bound by a lesser perspective of self and fears the unknown and or greater self or higher self. Often in those who seek enlightenment, thunderbolts of energy, the flow is in the know. Find that their attempts of expanding being fear and repulsion to the brain, which are the primary animal responses, blame on the small ego, as it sees its own smaller energy construct being stressed to the point of release, i.e. self-destruction, of its fear-based identity as being eminent. But then, with understanding of the complete plan, as Kabbalah study is want to do or want to do, I think it's a misprint. The student brain willingly surrenders, rejoices, and cooperates in the purifying fire of the greater ego. So apparently there's more than one level of ego. There's a lower and a greater, of which saints are often accused of entering some call the Holy Spirit. Therefore, the Two of Wands represents Chokmah in the suit of fire. This is pure will, will in its most exalted form. Crowley called this card will unassuaged of purpose, delivered from the lust of result, in every way perfect, as in perfection. As stated, the heads of the Tibetan Kadroma, which are considered Tibetan angels or demons, depending if you are frightened of the initiating force or jealousy, accepting the necessary destructive, constructive nature of this current of force, studying the Tibetan concept of the Kadroma gives even greater insight into this card's force. However, the Tibetans are very secretive about the Kadro and their state of Ma, as in Kali Ma, will only state adamantly that they are the highest state of feminine in the universe and compose about 10,000 myriads in number. The Thoth Tarot, Two of Wands, Dominion, and the Night Sun Tarot, Two of Wands, represents the state of dominion, balance, and integration. We are now well into the major arcana, which consists of 40 cards, which show the various ways the major arcana, 22 keys of the trump, are experienced in day-to-day living. And I think that's probably good enough. That just goes on explaining the tarot itself. But
I pulled out a card too as you were talking, and I pulled out a star card.
Yes, tell us what you have.
Like that balance.
The balance.
Yeah, it's like that's between Mother Earth, and like all energy, like water, the stars, the energy all around us. It's like it's it's a it's definitely like the energy is gonna be hyped for tonight. It's gonna be people are underestimating this hurricane. They're underestimating it, and I see this storm causing craziness in Louisiana, like craziness, and I could feel it. I feel the energy. I can tell you, if I could weaken it, I'll try to, but it's not gonna look pretty, especially in the first few hours. There's nothing I could do about that because people are underestimating it, and I could feel it. I know, and
Well, she's not worried. She's holding faith.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
she needs to, she needs to, but it's gonna be a rocky one. It's this is stronger than Rita. This is stronger than like this is a strong storm that's gonna be coming through, and I'm telling you, power is gonna be out because trees are gonna fall on the power lines. There, things are gonna. It's gonna be a little rocky. There's gonna be a lot of tornadoes, especially in Louisiana, especially in Louisiana. So it's just you guys gotta like get ready for this. It's tonight, and I'm gonna be covering it tonight for a few hours. I'll come on and I'll talk about it, and I'll do a midnight. I'll come on maybe at like around 11 or so, and we'll do it till like 1 in the morning. Do a late show. I haven't done a late show in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And plus tomorrow I gotta go to therapy, physical therapy, but my appointment starts at 10:30, so I have time to sleep, and so I could do a show till about 1, maybe 2 in the morning latest, and we'll be monitoring the storm landfall and give you guys, you know,
Heads up. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much heads up because this is crazy. It's crazy energy. It's gonna be wild for a while.
You can't come in, Cajun Queen. It'd be awesome if you could, and if you pulled a card too, because that's what we've been doing. We've been pulling tarot cards.
I'm more worried, especially for her because like
Well, she's not worried, so
she's
why should we be?
yeah, but I am. I feel it. I feel that like the storm's energy. I could feel it, and people are underestimating it. I just want people to be like ready for this. like it's like being ready for a war that you don't know that's coming, because there could be a tornado that comes out of nowhere and can destroy, areas of Louisiana that people are like not taking the storm serious. So it's like, that's the type of feeling I have. Like people are not worried. Like I would be worried
I I
because
I see what you're saying, but
yeah,
remember, I pulled the love card first.
yeah. And I pulled, but on my side,
Yeah,
I'm pulling more of the, be ready. This is like put your guard
yeah,
up,
yeah.
you know,
Preparation.
yeah, preparation. Like
Aw.
you gotta listen to me, and it's like that's what I'm worried about. It's just the storm is being underestimated, and it's 140-mile-per-hour winds right now. Don't be surprised if this storm jumps up to like 145, 150. Um, this could be an eventful night for Louisiana. This is talking about like Hurricane Andrew type of um, problem for Louisiana, and I'm very concerned. Um, because there's gonna be a lot of people injured and a lot of people hurt from the storm. A lot of deaths. There's gonna be
Yeah,
some people dying. You know, and those are the ones I'm worried about. Those are the ones that the tornado comes and destroys the homes, and the storm is carrying a lot of energy in it. The
well, you
storm
know
has
what
been
else
manipulated.
too? What I know about storms is that storms are originally caused by, in my humble, learned, wise opinion, caused by anger and strife and all of those negative energies. And so then it makes sense that I pulled the love card first, because the only way to make the storm die down and not be so damaging is to throw love at it.
Throw a lot of love at it.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to, because you're gonna need that helping hand. And I just put out another card, and it's the Six of Cups. So you're definitely gonna need helping hands. You like it's like my cards are coming out as like a story, and I'm
Yeah.
looking at it, and I'm like, holy, like, please be ready for the storm.
Yeah. She's
Uh,
ready. She's ready
I'm
for the
I'm
storm.
worried. I'm just worried about it because it's like it's a lot of things that like people are not focusing on the storm. This intensity is rapidly happening, and it's not gonna have enough time. It's gonna be scary, and it brings me back. My PTSD is really bad, so it brings me back to I just had an anniversary with Hurricane Andrew. So this is
Oh,
like
yeah.
August,
Yeah.
24. This is 92, and
Yeah.
Hurricane Andrew, we weren't taking it so serious. And when Hurricane Andrew came through, I managed to help push that storm south. But when I did that, it hit my uncle's house and destroyed his house, and he lost
That's
his.
why I am not into pushing it away.
Yeah,
Um,
I keep.
because it's still going to have its
Mm-hmm.
intensity. It's just going to get
Yep.
pushed away.
Yep.
So when I
Yep.
first started learning how to help control the weather, I did that too. So I was
Yep.
part of that. But then that is the storm that taught me to just throw love at it. Peace, be still. Shh, I love you.
Yep.
Calm,
When her
calm.
when
Yes.
Hurricane Andrew came through, I was young. I was only 12 years old. So I was like,
Hi,
fuck it.
tag team.
I was good at controlling weather. So I knew the storm was getting so strong and it was coming right at us. Like it was coming right from Miami. And you could go back and look at the radar, and you see how the storm just suddenly goes south. And that's when I was pushing the storm away from me to push it further south. And when I did that, my uncle was in the way. But I was like, I'd rather for it to go that way than to hit us, because we would have been really severely, like,
Oh,
I don't
another
even know
thing,
I would be here. I don't
we
even know
have
I would be here.
Alex down there too. We don't want to throw it at him either.
Yeah. So like I survived that storm, and we survived that storm. But if that storm would have hit directly at Miami, the eye and stuff, oh, we would have been destroyed. Like I don't even know I
Yeah.
would be alive. you know. So I pushed that storm away, and I was able to push storms away and help decrease it. And Hawaii, I always try to push the storms away from Hawaii. And I'm always successful too. It's always nice to see them like Miss Hawaii. But it's something that I for some reason I have that energy to be able to move, like even the weather. It's pretty cool. It's like when you're able to do that. I found out when I was young too. I was able to do that.
Mm.
I was like, I want to say like 6 years old.
Mm.
6 years old. I was able to start making the clouds rain. Like I wanted it to rain, and I would just look at the clouds and then look at a certain way, and then it would rain the day.
Tag teams here.
Hey, tag team, what's up?
Does he ever join in? You might want to put in a new join link.
She rarely comes in. I got some people that rarely comes in, but if they want to come in, it'll be fun. Trust me. I'll put another link in there.
Yeah, just in case. We already know that our sister can't come in,
Yeah,
but
I'm
maybe she
just.
can.
Tonight's just gonna be a very interesting night. I'll be monitoring it from here, and I'll be pulling up the satellites, and I'll be putting up the. I'll make sure I'll have everything ready for tonight. And if um, Miss Cajun Queen comes through, she'll see the satellites, and I'll be talking about the storm.
Hey,
I'll
tag
update on the
team.
storm, and hope everything goes well with the storm. Like I'm monitoring it. Like as we're speaking right now, I'm looking at satellites, and it has me a little nervous. It has me nervous because I've seen this type of storms before, and I've lived through a storm like this before, and um I'm just worried. I'm really worried about it. I am.
I know you're worried, but that is
I
the
am.
very thing you must fight
Oh yeah.
because from what the Bible teaches us, and there is truths in there, and this is one of the gems that I keep close to my heart. Very thing you fear can come upon you, so fear not. That that emotion is so real that it can actually keep that hurricane at its intensity.
Mhm.
It
Oh
needs the
yes.
opposite to slow
Mhm.
it down and make it die
Mhm.
down.
Yeah.
So yeah,
She's really good. This Laura one, she's I'm telling you, this is man. I know because I can feel the energy, so I know what it's gonna do. And I can
oh,
see
it sucks
the
when you're an empath. I feel that. Yeah.
oh, oh man.
And you are a high empath, so I totally get why you feel it so hard. I get it.
It just sucks. It's like
Yes, it does.
it's like the anxiety. It's like times like 100.
Right.
It's like I'm like it's like coming towards me. That's how I feel. Like the storm is coming towards me. It's like it's yeah. I hope people
Do some
evacuated.
breathing exercises and try to calm
Oh
your
yeah,
mind, you know?
sure. I need a yeah. I need someone for that.
That's the best thing you can do to help calm the storm.
No,
I
it's
mean,
so energetic. It's just you know that's why the gas prices and the gas is going to be going up. This thing's going to cause a lot of issues, a lot of problems with our fuel, and our fuel prices are going to be going up.
yeah, they already did somewhatly
Perfect,
overnight. Quite a damn
perfect,
bit.
perfect excuse to raise up the gas prices to bring in more
Yeah,
money.
right.
No, perfect excuse. Yeah, the refineries are not going to be able to be operational for a while, for 5 6 days, maybe a week, and who knows what damage they sustain because they're all along the coast. So we just gotta hope that there's not much oil leaks because the Gulf of Mexico is already polluted as it is. On
Right.
top,
Don't drink the water, right?
yeah,
Oh,
and
by
top,
the way, Albie, I love your new avatar picture.
Well, thank
right?
you.
Ain't it cool? I like the avatar.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's us in the Holy Spirit fire. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just this storm is turning. Okay, when I say hypercane, it's hyperactive, meaning it's perfect. It's a buzzsaw. This thing is, it reminds me of Hurricane Andrew, where people underestimated its power, and this storm, like, even at a category 4, can reach portions in Louisiana where it could destroy inland, you know. And my fear is Cajun Queen. I know she's not worried, but I am, and I just want her to be safe. Make sure she's prepared. Make
Well,
sure
she's prepared
she
and
has
she's
her
not
drinks,
worried, which means she will be
batteries.
fine. Yeah.
Let us know if she needs help out there, because they're gonna need help. You know, because it's. We'll see. Watch. I'm telling you, it's this is a storm of 2020. This is the storm that is it's gonna be a headliner. You know, top of on top of COVID, this storm, which it's just incredibly crazy. I'll show you real quick. Incredibly crazy. Um, I'm worried about. I'm seriously worried about it. That is a that this textbook hurricane. That's a category 4, possibly might be a category 5 before landfall. It could reach category 5 because it's still over water, and those waters pretty close to the coast is warmer waters. So this storm could have a little, turbo juice, and juice up and go in and just create havoc. Oh man.
I put my video that I'm going to be doing at 5. I was going to do it at 4, but I changed it to 5. That I'm going to be investigating the chromosome 8 that they are so calling COVID-19 or coronavirus. And we're going to look into all of the things that are in chromosome 8 that they can tweak with their vaccinations to screw up humans, because this chromosome 8 is part of our DNA, and they aren't trying to vaccinate us against a virus. They're trying to edit chromosome 8.
But ain't that like an RNA?
I think that was part of what I read in there. Yeah, we're going to be covering it. If anyone is curious as to what's really going on with that, sub my channel and be there, because I'm going to be taking a look.
Okay, sounds interesting, and
It's, yeah,
especially with the storm going now towards Louisiana like that, and then with this virus going along,
yeah,
it's
we do
just
not need that on top of that.
uh
Exactly.
this is just gonna cause like so much problems. Oh man, it's just, and I'm just
Oh,
looking at it. I'm looking at the satellite, and I'm seeing it get more organized and more stronger,
okay.
and I'm like, oh man, I'm just so like, a lot of people are gonna lose their lives,
Well, you
and
know why it's getting stronger is because people are angry over the coronavirus slash
yeah,
chromosome 8, and they're scared because of the hurricane.
yeah. And this storm is like a storm within a storm. This storm just gets it's getting like stronger upon stronger. It's
Because
like
all of that
winter.
fear and anger is feeding it. Yes.
Yep. It has that.
And that's why I'm trying to maintain the positive, calming energy of love.
That buzz saw. It looks like a buzz saw. It looks like it's like it even has a figure. It looks like a 6 in it. It has like the 666 sign into the storm. Like I can see the six. Like I can see the storm being manipulated.
Yeah.
It is being manipulated. You know, you're right when you say it.
Look at the eye. How it was so ragged. I was talking about earlier, right? That how ragged it looked, and then all of a sudden, look how beautiful it turned.
Yeah,
Like a perfect eye. Like it's starting to get a perfect eye. That means the storm is still strengthening. This storm could turn into a Cat 5.
yeah.
And
And
that's my
people need to
fear.
prepare for shelter. People need to start preparing for shelters. If you never
Yep.
done it all hit.
Or if you're in your home, get like tonight, trust me, learn from me. Learn from like my family. We went to the center of our apartment. In our center apartment, we had doors around because we had like a hallway. It was kind of like a T. We had a door that led like to the living room area that we could close. We had one for the bedroom and the one for the other bedroom and one in the bathroom. So we had doors all around and we were in the center. And let me tell you, we had windows blown out. We had like roof problems. We had like it was the worst. That like tornadoes were everywhere. You could feel the pressure like drop. It was just the most scariest night. Like it was scary. It was a very scary night. You could feel the transformers popping. You could feel the energy from the like the power lines. You could just feel it, and you could feel the explosions, and it's very loud. And then you see all different like color electricity in the air, like different lightning. Like the color is different, and it's just so aggressive. It's like being a hurricane is like it's like the finger of God. It's like it's being pushed. Like it's like checkmate. It's like checkmate. This hurricane is just rapidly getting crazy. Uh, I'm sending love, a lot of love. We gotta send the love because the love card
Yes.
did come out. So send a lot of love and positive energy out to those in
Yes.
Louisiana.
Yes.
And we'll be out there. We'll try to help as well we can. Because they're gonna need a lot of energy, positive energy their way. Because
Yeah.
it's something I just looking at the storm and keep looking at it. It's just like it's super aggressive. I can
But
tell you.
also, the Bible says, don't believe what you see.
Mhm.
So don't believe your lying eyes. Believe what you can create from it.
Yeah.
So believe that you can calm the storm.
hmm
Yes.
I'm trying to look, a ways to try to disrupt it and stuff, and try to figure it out. But my issue is that like I'm afraid that the storm is not gonna go like more west. I feel like it's gonna start going like a little bit more north. So it's like it's gonna be more of a Louisiana issue.
It is going to come up north, but my husband said by the time it gets to us, it's not going to be much of nothing.
Oh no, for you, I'm not really like. I don't think so. It's supposed to hit, like, supposed to come through us too. I was like, wait a minute. I looked at the
Yeah,
satellite.
right?
Yeah, I looked at it. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. If I have it. Oh shoot! And I took it off, and I found it. Hold on. Let me do this again. That shit was funny. I was like, that's crazy.
But I mean,
So
honestly, if
here we go.
people that live down there were afraid of hurricanes, no one would live down there. So clearly they're not worried.
This well, because they haven't had a hurricane, a good strong hurricane hit them in about 15 years. So after 10 years, you start putting your guard down, right? So it's like, oh yeah, well, back to normal, rebuild, do whatever, and all of a sudden now 15 years later, you got a major Category 4 hurricane, which I think is going to even go stronger. It's at 140 miles per hour winds, moving northwest at 16 miles per hour. That's very quick. This storm, I think it's gonna not go more of the westward. I think it's gonna go more of the Louisiana, and and the bad thing is that you see how they show the cone like that. I think this is so misrepresented because the bad side of the storm is going to be the right side of the storm. So anything that's on the right side of the storm is the worst side of the storm. So you're going to get the worst side, like the crazy winds, the tornadoes, the wild side is going to be this right side of the storm. That's why Louisiana, don't let your guard down. This storm is going to hit Louisiana very, very hard. They're going to lose power. You're going to have power out for weeks. You know, it's just like make sure you have charger phones. Like make sure you have a charger for your car. Make sure you, if you have a generator, cool. Get gas for that generator. Get food. Make sure you have a lot of canned food, a lot of food, because you're gonna need it. Don't get like you gotta get non-perishable foods. You gotta get like spam, get like tuna,
Bread.
bread. Bread's only gonna last you about a week and a half, but at least you can survive a week and a half with bread.
Yeah, yeah.
Water. Make sure you get plenty of water, like cases of water. Get snacks because you're gonna need some snacks because shit. I remember.
Comfort food, some snacky cakes.
Yeah, get some snacks and just make sure you're able to, if you have a barbecue, that's awesome because then you could keep it inside during the
Yeah.
storm, and then when you're done, you take it outside, and then you could cook on your
Oh,
barbecue.
ice and a cooler to put your meats and stuff in and your milk.
Yeah.
Ice and a cooler, yes.
Yeah, ice is so essential. You know what we did? Because our water went out. We didn't even have water. You know what we did? We filled up our bathtub with water. We filled it up and we put bleach in it and we sanitized it so that way it's drinkable. But we didn't use it for drinks. We used it for the toilet.
Yeah, if you fill your tub, yes, fill your tub with water so that you can still flush your toilet if you lose electricity.
Yeah, because when you lose electricity, you lose water. Like if the pumps are not working, like the water pumps, you're not getting water. We didn't have water. Like we had to use the bucket system to flush our toilets. That's why people don't really understand like hurricanes and what they really do. They really throw you back into ancient time. Like you're fucked. That's just how it is. Like you're fucked. It's like I remember it brings me back flashbacks, and we got the north side of the storm, which is the stronger part of the storm, but it wasn't the buzzsaw middle. Like the middle was just it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Um, I'm just hoping Louisiana's ready. Just be ready. Please be ready. This is gonna be, and then the days are gonna get hot, and you have no AC, no power, no fan. Then you gotta oh, it's just horrible. Like if you have in your home, put the AC on max. Let that sucker get cold, 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 cold until you lose power. Because once you lose power, you ain't getting it back for a long time.
Yeah.
And at least enjoy that night of coldness. Because it's just I just only send out the warning, and send the energy out just to let them know, please be ready.
Yeah.
Because it's just preparedness is just half the battle. We could try to work on the energy to lower the storm together tonight. We'll do a show tonight like around 11, and we'll try to lower this intensity at landfall and just try to bring it down as fast as possible. That's our goal tonight.
Well, that is not the chart I've been seeing where the storm is concerned. The heck? What I've been seeing, it's more to the right over here, closer to Florida, and then it's got a little bit of a left curve, but then it's supposed to come up all the way and go over all of Indiana from the last one I seen.
No. This is the cone right now. is where it's going to be
Maybe
going.
it changed its direction somewhat.
Yeah. So it's definitely, and then when it gets out of the United States, there's going to be a depression, and by the time it gets out of the United States, it's going to turn back into a storm, and it has this opportunity to turn back into a storm. This is a very strong system. I'm in the cone.
Wow.
I think Albie's in the cone, almost in the cone,
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
as a depression. I know other people here in New Jersey that's in the cone. I know people in Virginia that and out here I know people that live out here. Washington D.C. It's funny because Washington, let's go right
Yeah.
to and it's just, and these are mountain terrains here, so there's gonna be a lot of like rain in the system, and then and if it comes out to New York or Connecticut, we'll get a little piece of the rain out of it. Maybe some gusty winds. I hope we don't lose power. Oh man, not again. I I didn't really lose it. It flickered 6 times here, and then I lost internet for 3 days. And I was okay because I was like, all right, I could live without the internet,
Yeah.
and just not deal with the internet, and at least I had my power. So I was like, my refrigerator was good. I had AC, so I was like happy. I was like, whew. And then in the middle of the night, it scared the shit out of me because like I was sleeping, all of a sudden, like the power went out, and then it came back on, and I was like, oh man, my AC is digital, so it makes a sound. It makes that
Yeah.
digital sound, and I'm like, oh please just stay on, don't turn off. But I was like, that's just a tropical storm. Imagine a hurricane. Holy shit, it's a Cat 4, Cat 5. That's
Mm.
crazy. This is a monster. That's a big monster. I'm sorry. Oof. I'm looking at other loops. Let me see if I have other satellites. Look at this satellite of this monster. I was looking at the infrareds. There's another tropical depression. Let me see if I can bring it up. If it lets me. Let me refresh it. Because always with digital stuff, I always mess it up with my energy because I'm sometimes too strong. So I make websites go down or shit go crazy. Like here, it's not even coming up. The imagery doesn't even want to come up. It just wants to stay like the world is white. Look, that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna turn all white. We're gonna be all iced over again. We're gonna turn into a cocoon. The Earth is gonna turn into a cocoon. All right, this thing's not working. Give it a refresh. Come on, Noah. Noah's just. I think there's just a lot of people on their website because people are really monitoring this storm, so it's slowing down. I think they just have a rush of people, so their system can't handle the rush. So I try my best to give, you know, even the outlook here, even the I can't even. I'm trying to bring up satellites that I know that work that I use all the time. I'm not even getting it to work at all, at all.
Huh.
And yeah, and this is Noah. This is coming out of Noah, and I hit refresh, and I'll refresh the screen, and I'll just wait, and it just doesn't do anything. It's like it's super slow. It's like I don't know if there's an infiltration in their system or there's just too many people trying to get information. But the hurricane just got stronger. The Right now the winds are still at 140, but the millibars dropped. It was at 952. Now it's at 948 millibars. This system's super rapid. Like you see, uh, when I read it earlier, this is the new report now that just came out, and I'm looking at it right now. This is as of 2 o'clock because I read the 1 o'clock report earlier, and then the 2 o'clock came out, and now the pressure is lower. The pressure is at 948 millibars, and right now you can see the storm. The system, like, it's slow right now, but you can see it's not me. It's their side, their satellites, and their load is just overload, I guess. But the system is getting stronger. The pressures dropped like what? In 1 hour, it dropped 4 millibars. That's nuts. So that means by the time it hits land, that's what it hit into the 930s in millibars. That's a Cat 5.
I'm gonna change my video to tomorrow because I
Why?
forgot I need to call Miss April Runk. She's been having a hard time getting over the loss of her husband because October is
Mm-hmm.
coming quickly, which was the month that he died and also his birth month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I need
And
to.
that's hold on, that was October. Okay. And what did he pass from?
I don't remember the day, but
No,
I
not
know
the day, but of.
his birth month.
No, but of like what he passed away of. Like it was like heart. They have heart problems, like a congestion, congested heart. You see,
Yeah.
like this is not even working right. Like this is crazy. Like it works for a little bit and then it crashes. I'm like, come on. This hurricane looks, oh my god. Now it looks crazier now that it's working. Now you can see what I'm seeing. And I wasn't even seeing it. And I'm nervous. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh man. I mean, we could weaken it. We can weaken it. We can make it. We can weaken it. So, I mean, it's just gonna get stronger for a little bit, and then we could try to weaken it before landfall. I mean, if it landfall as a Cat 4, it's better than Cat 5. This storm is just, it's like that perfect storm right now. But I can see some dry air getting into the system though. And that's good news. If I could give you a little bit of good news about the storm, there is some dry air on the, and this is the bad part because then everything's gonna go to Louisiana. Um, the left side of the storm has a lot of, like, you see at the end there's dry air coming into the storm, so it's like it's getting more towards the center, not to the center, but it's infiltrating the dry air. So you
Yeah.
know I mean, that's some good news, some good news. I mean, for Texas, that's good news. Louisiana, man. Hmm. It's just, you see how my computer just go by itself and look, it crashes by itself. I'm
Yeah.
like talking about it and it just crashes by itself. I didn't do that. I didn't even touch the damn thing. This is
Yeah.
the infrared. This,
Okay.
look at it. This is the infrared. And you see how it turns the colors? That's just the energy of the storm. Okay, is it was super red, like super red, but it see how it turns light. But that's just the storm breathing. Storms like this, they breathe,
Yeah.
and this is a cycle that is going through. So maybe we can weaken the storm before landfall, but not like super crazy. Like it's gonna take a lot of energy tonight.
Apparently I forgot about another thing I had too as well.
Oh,
Crapola.
girl,
I gotta get the frick out of
what
here.
are you doing, girl?
I don't know, man. All this shit's hitting me all at
That's
once.
good though. At least you're remembering. Shoot.
I got a reminder.
Hey Amber, how you doing? Amber's here in the chat room somewhere. It's like it doesn't tell you where they're where what channel they're at. There's like two channels broadcasting at
Okay,
once.
so I got to get the frick out of here. I love
All
you
right, girl.
guys.
Take it easy. Thanks for coming
Bye.
through. All right, take care.
Yes.
Yeah, see you later, Paul.
See you later. And let's go back to the storm because we were talking about the storm, and the
Yeah.
storm was pretty interesting. And just looking at the views, um, the storm is breathing, and it's in a phase that is still is very strong. The storm's like the eye is very perfect. Um, I'm gonna go to another satellite here. See if these satellites are working. This is the moisture that's inside the hurricane. Oh man, man. The thing is that this storm is ate up whatever's left of what was it Marcus? The was it the M storm Marco? Um, this storm ate it up. Ate the energy up. So the energy is just puffing up very strongly. Um, there's a lot of moisture in the storm. Let's go to another feed. I'm happy that the satellites are back and they're working. This is infrared. So take a look at infrared. Look at the donut. It looks like a donut, like a bagel. That's what it looks like. Like the storm is trying to get its act together, and around the storm, you can see the redness. It's not as red as it was earlier, but the storm is going through its cycles. Is cycling out. So the storm is taking shape, and it's a bad storm. That eye, man, that eye is big. That's it was a little eye earlier. It was like a real little eye, and all of a sudden it's a big defined eye.
Yeah, I gotta do something. I'll be back.
And all right, and let's check out the intensity, the vortex intensity of the storm. Man, this storm is going to New Orleans. Not to New Orleans, but you can see the energies coming up. So New Orleans is gonna get some rain and get a lot of like thunderstorms tonight. But those in Louisiana, central Louisiana, northern Louisiana, all of Louisiana, be prepared for the storm because this sucker looks dangerous. He looks hyped up. He looks very hyped up. She's very hyped up. It's not even a he, it's a she. It's Laura. I need something to drink. My throat's getting dry. Strong storm. It's just the eye of the storm. It developed pretty quick. Like within hours, that eye formed. And look how symmetrical it looks. It's a perfect eye. You can even see the ocean through it at the last image. Like you can see through the like to the T. It looks it's going through a little cycle, but you can see the dry air getting into the system. Like you can see it's not so perfect, and it's trying to push it out, but the western part of the storm is getting a little bit more dry air into it. Um, it's not like you don't see all this green and red all around. Like you see it more heavier on it's east side heavy. So that means there's a little bit of shear going on with the storm. And the reason how you could tell, you can see the fanning out of the cloud tops is fanning to the east. So that means the storm is going to be going through a little bit of some shear. And if it goes through some shear, we could maybe lower the intensity at landfall. But the storm is just in hot water right now. And the storm is kind of liking it. And it's going through phases of the water and the shelf too, because there's like a shelf here of deep water. And it's going to go into more of a shallower depth and it's hot water, so the storm has an opportunity to juice up before landfall. So it's just people just got to be ready for it. It's they don't have the 5 o'clock report out yet. I was gonna wait to see because it dropped 4 millibars in 1 hour. 1 hour, 1 hour. It dropped 4 millibars. That's crazy. Um, Storm has the opportunity to become history for 2020. I think this is the storm that's gonna make Trump like he's gonna step in and then be like, "I'm here to help. I'm sending out everything," and he's gonna throw everything at them, so that way it makes him look good for reelection. It's a perfect storm for reelection, definitely. It's not hitting like New Orleans, so you don't have to worry about New Orleans. It's hitting an area where it's populated, but it's kind of reduced population because of Hurricane Rita that made a lot of people leave that area. So it's not like heavily populated like before Rita. So that's signs of good news. My concern is inland. My concern is inside Louisiana and all portions of Louisiana, from the central to the northern portions of Louisiana. Those are the ones I'm worried about. I'm not worried like the coast. I know what's going to happen to the coast. They're going to get battered. Especially with the storm surge. But my concern is the central and northern Louisiana. It's a very hyped up storm, and it's not. You know, it just has a lot of energy in it. It does, and I'm trying to see. Yeah, because you could tell the storm is going through. You could tell that it's pushing. Like the storm's gonna go a little bit northern, so Lake Charleston is probably a good area. But anything, I'll be concerned anywhere between Lake Charleston, eastward. You know, that's where I'd be worried. The storm is going through its phases. It's going through, the cloud tops are going through its phases, but the storm, it pulsates. That's what happens to hurricanes. They pulsating. They're a ball of energy, and it's a very strong ball of energy. It's like a big tornado, super big tornado. But let's see here. Let me go back to Streamyard. See what's up with people in here. Let's say what's up, everyone who's here watching. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Um, Holy shit! I'm like, did I smoke my joints? I'm like, where's my joint? I thought I had rolled a joint. Or did I smoke it? I think I smoked my medicine. Holy shit! I need more medicine. I need more medicine. I feel like my medicine disappeared. I smoked it. I know I smoked it. I like to smoke my medicine on my show, but I feel like I smoked because I there was I think it was more of a skimpy joint than anything. I need to go get my machine. It's at my table. I have my rolling machine. I just got to bring it over here. I already have the weed grounded. That's the funny part. I just didn't roll that last joint. I should have rolled it because I would have been smoking right now. I want to keep the show rolling till about 5 o'clock. Wrap up at 5 o'clock, and now that's all, folks. Oh man, but I need a joint. Sorry, definitely need a joint. Oh man, I'm like, damn man. I wish there was like a magical joint that just popped out of nowhere. You're like, here you go. Like, yes, this is what I wanted. A fucking joint out of nowhere. Like, I need someone here to roll me a joint, and that way I could chill, do my show, and have my joint already rolled for me. Nah, I like to roll my joints. I have a roll box, so from King Rollers. Yeah, I wish they would pay me for sponsoring them, but it's all good. I do it for free. King Rollers is badass. Is a badass box. It's a nice roll box that I had bought from them, and I've had it for years now, and it's still going strong. The little one didn't last too long. The little one, I guess it was like the leather, like it just didn't last. But as far as like my big Roblox, woof, that's my baby. That baby's good too. It rolls a nice like little cigarettes, but they're joints, and that's the best. So let me step out for 1 second. Let me get that medicine and let me get my Roblox and I can roll me a joint so I can continue the show. Let me see if I have other medicines. I have this one. Mm, this one's post. This one's Poison OG. It smells so good. Oh man, it smells so good. I want to see if I can get some more, some potion like this. It's like a Poison OG. Smells amazing, amazing. But I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to get my Roblox. I need to roll me a joint. I'm sorry. This is a 420 channel. I am licensed by the state of Connecticut to smoke my medical marijuana. With that said, yes, um, rolling my a joint so I can smoke for my health and well-being. Oh man, I used to have a little table here next to my desk. It's dedicated just for rolling my medicine. It's the best little area. This is like I think that's what I'm calling this area. It's like the best little area. That's why I roll my medicine and roll my joints, and it helps me. You know, helps with my PTSD, helps with my chronic pain. You know, it helps with the anxiety, helps with depression, helps with. It does. I'm like it has a lot of helping matters. It's not like pharmaceutical medicines, which has more warnings than helpfulness. It's like you go with pharmaceutical medicine and you see more warnings than it is helpful for you. I think you start need to start questioning your medicine intake. Just because it's like pharmaceutical medicines are crazy, man. It is. And the competition is hot with pharmaceutical medicines. It's like they don't want nobody messing with their shit or with their money or anything like that. Any competition, they try to squash it with money. It's like money is the root of all evil, right? So you got cigarette companies, you got alcohol companies, you got pharmaceutical companies that are all against marijuana because they know if marijuana gets into the like mainstream, it's like it's gonna take a lot of their money and out of their profits. You feel me? And these companies don't like to share. They're greedy motherfuckers. And that's why marijuana's been such like been illegal for so long. And it's still illegal. To be honest with you, it's still illegal. I'm legal because I have my medical marijuana card. So I'm good. But it's still illegal throughout the country. It's not legal everywhere. It's only legal in some states that's legal, and then there's some that are just legal for medical use. It's crazy. Take my medicine. I don't even know which medicine is this. I always got to take medicines. Let's see which one of these. 60.
Yo, and I'm back.
Yo, what's up? I don't know where. LB, what's up?
I'm all right.
Alright, chillin', chillin'. I'm just here trying to figure out my medicine. Which medicine is this? I'm like, oh, it's a new bottle too. I don't know. My doctors be putting on medicines, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh, okay. I think this is for my stomach. I think that's what that is. Let me see. Yeah, that's what that is. That's for heartburn and shit like that. I was like wondering. I was like looking at the bottle. I was like, I don't remember that bottle. I have so many bottles. I forget how many, like, what medicine is what.
Oh,
Sometimes I'm
yeah.
like, fuck. It's like, oh, it's pharmaceutical medicine. It's like I don't want to be intoxicated with pharmaceuticals. I'd rather have Mother Earth provide for me.
Yeah,
You know,
I
like the
agree with
energy.
you on that. I do agree.
You know, if you want to smoke a joint, sure. If you're at age and you have your license, sure, smoke.
Not gonna be.
If you don't have your license and you're that risk taker, then smoke. Who am I to tell you not to? Like, I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh, shucks, that sounds like me being a risk taker.
Yeah, I'll be the risk taker.
Yeah,
Oh Lord. Like they're gonna come after you, Albie. They're coming after you, Albie.
yeah.
I ain't gonna get much of shit. I'll tell you that. We're gonna have to give you. He's like, I don't got nothing. I smoked it all.
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
man. No, yeah, I'm pro smoke like marijuana. I'm pro marijuana. I'm like I'm not a fan of cigarettes. I hate cigarettes. I am not a fan of it. Um, I'm so against it. You have I'm against it. Alcohol, to each their own. You know, I don't drink alcohol. I mean, I would like to try like the white Zinfandel again. Just have a glass of white Zinfandel. That's not a glass, probably like half a glass. Because I take medicine, so I got to be careful sometimes.
yeah.
And I don't want to get too drunk or tipsy because then things happen. Things happen when
Oh,
you're tipsy.
yeah.
Everyone knows that. You know what happens when you get tipsy. It
Yeah, I've been there before.
leads to sexy time, and then sexy time leads to fluffy bumping. So, and there's gonna be a lot of fluffy bumpings. No, it's just grinding my medicine. Oh man, packing it in. As you're hearing, I'm like hitting it against my palm because I'm grinding some medicine, some more medicine. Because I might do a long show today for making up. I lost time, so I gotta make up. Right? Do makeup. I gotta make up time. I was off for 2 days, so I gotta do a good show today. Hold it for about a few hours, probably another hour. I don't know. It's 420 already, past 420, so people sparking up. Enjoy. Um, we'll talk a little bit more about the hurricane. And oh no, I have my pack right here. Oh, I left it over there. I can use something else. Yep. Improvise. Kind of clear out the little holes from the grinder. Make sure the medicine falls through. Yeah, I'm greedy. Gotta put all that marijuana in there. Hell yeah. That's what's up. I'm pro marijuana. That's what it is. And if you can smoke, enjoy. You could smoke all you want. Let me
Yeah.
take this off. This thing, my computer's so sensitive. Mm. Man, I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. Like, I wish it was like the the Jetsons and stuff with a smell-o-vision, like futuristic smell-o-vision, so you can smell this marijuana and how delicious it smells. Holy shit, it smells like heaven. More like heaven. I'm telling you, when I go to heaven or wherever I go, they need to have enough medicine for me to smoke. Like, for real. Like, I was watching this movie. This is the end with Seth Rogen, and pretty good, you know, pretty telling movie. But yo, they were smoking joints and shit, and like doing all this crazy stuff. I was like, that's like how the end's gonna be. I was like, me, I'll be smoking my medicine. Fuck that. This is the end of the world as we know it. I'm going out high as fuck. I'm going high, so I don't have to freaking go crazy. I just want to reach the sky. That'd be that'd be nice though. Go to heaven and there's like joints already rolled up, and you turn it on easily. Like, man, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. At my funeral, I want everybody who's gonna come to my funeral. If they're gonna come to my funeral, they gotta light up a joint. I'll be.
Yeah.
Everybody gotta light up a joint when they go to my funeral. They gotta smoke a joint. Everyone's gonna smoke a joint, even on YouTube. Oh yeah, motherfuckers gonna smoke a joint. Like this one's for Rick. I was like, hell yeah, it's for
Yeah.
me.
Sure.
Smoke a joint. Smoke a motherfucking joint.
Oh, good
Medicine's a little
comment.
pricey. It is pricey, but hey, if you could, afford it, it's good medicine. It's better than cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like, better than cigarettes. I mean, oh my god, I don't. It's. Ugh, I remember cigarettes. My mom smoking it in the '80s. Oh man, I couldn't even breathe. Like that's why I was coughing weird and stuff. Like I was always coughing because of her. And like I gotten better. My breathing's better. But back in the '80s, man, back in the '80s, my mom used to send me to the store to buy cigarettes. Isn't that crazy? And they would sell it to me too. Back in the days, it wasn't so like strict as it is now. My mom used to send me to the store to buy cigarettes. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, man. And I remember, it would be like 3.25 a cigarette, like the box or something, like, or 2.25, some shitty price. I always used to get a candy or something for myself. I used to get like I used to like their burgers, like from the from the gas station. I don't know. The burgers were, and then they had this microwave like to heat it and stuff. And but it was so good. The freaking burgers. I was like, man, your burgers are freaking awesome here. I was like, oh,
I
thank
like
you.
that.
I was like, and they were like frozen burgers, but then when you cook them in the oven, in their oven, man, it was so good. Man, I used to go there just for the burgers. Like my mom used to give me a little extra money. I just buy me a burger or two. No, and it was like a cheeseburger, and then I used to bring it home. It would be hot because you put it in the oven and then you cook it up. And I used to put it in the bag and then bring it home, and it was still hot from the oven. And it was a good little cheeseburger. It was back in the days, reminiscing. That was my Miami days. I was living in Miami, little boy Miami. Yeah. So, um, yeah, I'm just rolling me a joint right now, getting the medicine nice packed up. And that's what Hurricane Andrew scared the shit out of me when I was little, man. That storm was crazy, man. That was a crazy ass hurricane.
Yeah,
Super crazy.
it is.
That storm was not like this storm. That's for sure. The Hurricane Andrew was stronger, stronger than Laura. It was a high. It was a like Cat 5. You know,
Yeah, they
100.
wiped out the whole entire state of Florida.
Yeah, it was a Hurricane Andrew was a Cat 5. I think it was rated at 165, 170 mile per hour hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that sucker did a lot of damage. Oh man, it tore up Homestead. It tore up Kendall. It tore up South Miami. So it tore up portions of Miami. You know, in Broward County too. And that just came through, and then that went to Louisiana. Louisiana dealt with it. I think it was a Cat 3 when it Cat 2, Cat 3 when it made landfall. I think we were out of power, so like we didn't know what will happen after the storm. But it was like survivor mode. You had to play survivor, and it was really something. It was crazy, crazy ass storm. Fuck man, I'll never forget it. Never forget it. It was my ears popping. Oh, I'll never forget that. And the energy of the storm, man. And you feel it. You feel the tornadoes like nearby, and you can feel the energy, and you hear it. It sounds like a train. Literally sounds like a train, like like a train going by. The most scariest night of my life. One of the most scariest night of my life. But we can take a look at the storm again. We'll take a look at the loop, and that's Laura right now. She's gonna be making landfall tonight, in Louisiana. It looks like, and we just gotta make sure that you know they're okay. Because they're gonna need help, and it's gonna be bad. And I'm smoking my medicine. Woo! I'll be man. What happened to your medicine? No medicine for you?
No medicine for me to probably next month.
Shoot. Let's show you the loop here. Look at this hurricane, dude. Doesn't that look like a crazy monster?
Oh yeah.
Like I keep looking at it, and I look at like the white cloud tops, and you see where it turns really white. That's heavy, heavy rain, heavy like wind, heavy development, thunderstorm development. The storm is just like excited. I call this the horny storm. Okay, and what I mean by that is that this storm is hyping up. It's getting aroused, and it's getting structurally sound, and it's like it has shear on the western portion of the storm, but the center of it is so strong that it's pushing out that shear. So the storm still has really great opportunity to possibly be a Cat 5, man. I want to stay around for the 5 o'clock update. I think the storm would be like at 145 winds at 145. I think Cat 5 starts, I think, at 160. I think it was. I'm not
Yeah,
100% sure.
there's that and beyond.
Or 155? Is it Cat 5 above 154?
Yeah,
I think it's like above 154 is Cat 5. Right now it's at 40 miles per hour, 140 miles per hour. So if it goes up 5 miles per hour, so it'd be 145. It could go up. It could go up 10 miles per hour more. That'd be 150. Um, is it gonna get to like that 155? I don't know. Um, it's looking more impressive in the last photos, like the last imagery of it. Like it's looking very, very, very healthy. Very healthy. A lot of energy, a lot of deep convention. Like when you see white, gray, and black in a storm, that's not good.
no, it's not.
That's that. Look at the color charts on the side. You can see the color charts. And where's the black? Like it goes like if you look downwards, it goes into the 70s, 80s. Like the structure is just really compact and really good and really strong, and it's in really, really warm waters, and it has a nice big eye, big eye. I mean, this is Trump's opportunity. That's what I'm saying. Like Trump is gonna use this as a like rally for him for his presidency. He's gonna use this storm to rally to help him get into the White House for another 4 years. It has Trump written name all over it. It seems like, you know, and especially the area that's hitting too. It's not an area that's like I said, it's been hit by Hurricane Rita, 15 years ago, and did a lot of damage. And Rita was a Cat 3. I think when it hit landfall, I think it was Cat 3, Cat 2, and this one's a Cat 4. This is stronger than Rita, and it could possibly reach even Cat 5. I mean, don't if it turns Cat 5, I'm like, oof. It'd probably be a brief Cat 5 and then drop back down to Cat 4.
Yeah,
But there is winds within the storm that's that can reach Cat 5. So in Category 5, we're reaching like 154, 160 mile per hour winds, gusting to about 200 miles per hour. So you gotta like be careful. The storm is like a holy like shit storm. It's a scary storm, scary just to see it the way it's just developed so quickly. It's just to me, it's like it's amazing. It's amazing. But we'll see the 5 o'clock update. I'll let you guys know when it comes up, and I'll share that along. And I'll stop the show around 5. I have me some dinner, make myself something to eat because I'm hungry. Chill out, and then come back tonight. I'm sorry to do a late night show. If I come on tonight, talk a little bit more. I'll have Paula come through. I'll be probably be up.
yeah, I will.
I'll be probably up. Do a late night, but it's just be like a 2 hour late night. We'll do like a 11 to 1 in the morning. Um, because I got therapy tomorrow, and I gotta be up by 9. No, I gotta be up by 9:30. So I'm okay. Staying up to 1. I'm okay staying up to 1. Just following the storm and see where it's at, and seeing the intensity. See where it's at that time at 11 when we come on. I'll come on when the 11 o'clock update comes out, and we'll monitor it as it comes through Louisiana. And you know, the alligators are right now. They're sleeping. You know that
Yeah.
they know when a storm's coming, like hurricanes. Like when it's cloudy like that, it's a horrible time to go alligator hunting
Hmm.
because they go into hibernation. They go into like a hibernation, like a quick hibernation, and they go deep in the water, and then they just go to sleep. And they find themselves a comfortable area where they can sleep, and they stay away from the storm. And not only that, but this storm's gonna bring out a lot of alligators too, especially like a few weeks after the storm. Like a lot of alligators are gonna want to come out, but this is the type of storm that's gonna move a lot of alligators around. So they might have a little problem with alligators for a while. But this storm is vicious. Every time I look at the eye, and I'm looking at the eye of the storm, and like how symmetrical it's looking, it's not like how it was ragged. Like it was ragged earlier, like the beginnings of it, but then all of a sudden, it's like the eye is getting more defined. And you got to remember, when they took the reading that 2 o'clock, that's how it looked, 2 o'clock. And this storm got more defined and more intensive. Like it might be around, maybe make landfalls into the 145, 150 strength. This is just going to bring a lot of storm surge, a lot of storm surge. So I'm gonna wrap up the show in 20 minutes. We'll wrap it up at 5 o'clock. Like I said, I'll come back later on in the evening, and we'll talk more about what's going on with this system. Let's go ahead and let's bring out another radar here. Let's see the intensity of this storm. This is the amount of energy that's in the hurricane. I can see here. Look how like super strong this, like the northern and the southern portions of the storm is. Oh man, is super like super strong. Let me see the Ghost 16. Let's see how my Ghost is looking. It's a steady shot. It's trying to catch up because there's a lot of people that are using what I'm using. But man, this storm is just looking like you can see the dry air. You see the brown. So this is dry air that's around, right? And you see how it's fanning out the storm. And there's like an intrusion into the storm in the westerly part of the storm. Now, is it gonna really like affect the storm and really disrupt the storm? I don't know if it's gonna do that. It might just like bounce off. Let's see if we get an update. Let me see if there's an update. See if there's a 3 o'clock update. Because I'm gonna see if they're doing hourly updates because this is a major hurricane. And yeah, there is an update. There's a 3 o'clock update on the system here. Moving northwest at 16. Pressure still at 948 millibars, so it didn't drop anymore, but the winds are still at 140. So the storm is still Cat 4 and it's still aggressive. Let's see if we can bring up a picture of the storm. Wow. She's the size of bigger. She's probably as the size of Texas. No, she's smaller than Texas. I mean, if you count this here, not the external, but I mean, she's the size of Louisiana, easily the size of Louisiana. And imagine all this on top of here. It's gonna cause a little problems. So tonight, Louisiana. Tomorrow, Arkansas gonna have issues, and as the storm comes across, then other states are gonna have issues with flooding or with power outages from trees falling down on power lines. Um, if there's no power at a freaking intersection, please treat it as a four-way stop sign. People, you don't know how many nowadays they forget, like, if there's no power and the lights are off, well, guess what? You treat it as a four-way stop sign. You don't get to just drive through it because the light is off. Like, that's how you're going to cause accidents. You treat it as a four-way stop sign. Let me see here. Let me show you guys what it looks like. Come over here. Come on. Take a look at. That's her, and that's what she looks like. She looks pretty good. Let me see here. Her intensity is now all around the storm. So she has a bumper. This is what I call a bumper. So this is the eye wall, and you see how symmetrical it is inside. It's
Yeah,
perfect. The storm is it's has a good little core of energy. Around the outside, you're gonna get tropical storm to hurricane force, Cat 1 minimum hurricane force winds around the outside of the system, around the outside of the circle. But then once you get closer into it, that's when you're going to start getting to Cat 3, Cat 2, Cat 3, Cat 4, where it's just not going to be good. I'm going to be monitoring the storm chasers tonight on YouTube because they'll be out there. They'll be chasing the storm. And as you can see, look how perfect the storm looks. The storm looks so like like perfect. The only thing that I see wrong is the dry air on that's infiltrating on the westerly side of it. Like you can see, it's not perfect on this side, but the storm is so symmetrical and so protected that the energy is just going to stay towards the center, and the dry air is going to try to infiltrate because you can see it's going to try to infiltrate, but it's going to take a while for it to get to the center, and the center is just going to. The only way this is going to die off is hitting land, and the land is going to like break it apart. Is it going to break it apart right away? I know. It'll probably, it's gonna come down like intensity, but portions of central and northern Louisiana, you know, it's coming for y'all. It's coming. It's coming. It's scary too. Look at that, huh? Man. Wow, you can see how white it is, and you can see like this is what I'm talking about. The dry air is trying to get into it, but it's so dense that it's like it's just strong. It's a strong storm. Strong storm. Let's see the geo color. Yeah, you can see. Look at the cloud tops. Look at like it's just Louisiana is in the gun. It's gonna go like this, and
yeah,
it's gonna come across. And this is the bad part of the storm. This quadrant right here, which
yeah.
is the northeast side
That's
quadrant,
bad.
because this is where the storm pulls. So that's where the energy is going to be. It's going to be all on this side. So anything that's coming like this, whipping up, that's where the energy is going to be. This is the weak side of the storm, which is the westerly side. This is usually the weaker side of the storm because it's kind of like trying to like pull its energy up. What it does is it comes around this and then it whips. It does a whip with the wind and the storm, so it throws feeder bands. So that's the storm whipping, and when it whips, it brings all that energy across. And that's where you have your issues with high wind, tornadoes, like a lot of tornadoes too. Not a little bit of tornadoes, like crazy tornadoes that could pop up at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And just gotta know if you're capable of surviving a system like this.
Hurricane like that is kind of difficult to go through it.
A lot of people die after the storm. Mistakes that people run into and they die after the storm.
Yeah,
You know, a lot more people die after the storm than they do during the storm.
yeah,
It's just gonna bring a lot of flooding water and a lot of damage, a lot of tornadic damage, all into Louisiana and Arkansas. Yeah, man, I'll be
yeah, man.
crazy times, man.
Yeah,
It's all 2020. Blame 2020.
yeah.
We're all gonna blame 2020 for this. Look at that. Louisiana looks so little though, right? That should like a little state. It looks like a boot. I always say Louisiana. I always remember because it reminded me of a boot.
Yeah.
That's how I used to remember Louisiana. When we had to learn our 50 states in school. Because that was one thing we had to learn. It was our 50 states.
Yeah.
And they were strict on it too. It was like you couldn't even move up to the next grade level without knowing the 50 states. That was stupid. But I think it was like third grade. Like you needed to know your 50 states. I was like, for what? I'm not gonna go to like half of them. Like three-quarters of them I'm not gonna go to. Like there's some states I haven't been to. There's a lot of states. Oh my goodness. A lot of states I haven't been to yet. I would like to go to Colorado. Like go for a week, like vacation in Colorado, drive over there,
Mm,
spend a week in Colorado, stay at a pot friendly hotel,
yeah.
go to the dispensary and pick me up. I have my license, so I think I can get up to 2 ounces. Pick me up 2 ounces.
Oh man.
Like
I
I'll
need a
get, I'll
license.
mix it different medicines. It will be just like I'll get 2 ounces worth of medicine, but I'll make sure there'll be all different medicines for me to try, and I'll do a show trying all different medicines. That would be awesome. Do a show, a live show, testing out all the medicines. Yeah, I think that could be something done in the future. That'd be nice. I gotta make sure that my room has a hot tub or something. Because it's like I know if I go, it'll probably be like I don't know if I'll go winter time because it'll be so cold. I do like winter, but then I like the warmthness too. But I wouldn't mind going the winter, getting high in the winter.
So,
have a smoking retreat. Like anybody in the area, come on over. We're having a smoking party. There's a fee though. You have to pay a fee at the front at the desk at the door. It's not
what,
free.
50, 60 hours?
It's a eighth. It's a fee of an eighth.
So that's like $40 right there.
Yeah, and
That's not bad. That's not
the
too expensive.
is smoking party, and and there'll be food
Ooh, yeah.
and
You ever
not
have some party like that? I'll try to make it over there, but
non-alcoholic drinks
yeah,
because I don't
like
drink.
candy bear, like candy wine with no alcohol in it. Yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
good.
they have we'll have a like a like not a smoke out, but a powwow. Have a little powwow. Smoke the medicine. Everybody has medicine, and they smoke their medicines. Try the gummies. Try the edibles, and then see who can. I want to say who can outlast because that would be crazy. But
You
it'd
know,
be
they
good.
make THC beverages.
Yeah, they make a whole bunch of stuff like medical now. You could get honey. You could get like medical honey,
Oh yeah, oh man.
and it's like it's honey.
Cannabis heaven, yay!
Hmm. We need a powwow. We need to do a powwow. Let's gotta take this off here. About to wrap up the show in a few minutes, 6 minutes. Wrap
So
it
you'll
down.
probably come on around 8 or 9, right?
I don't know. I'm be coming on probably like 11
Oh,
if I'm up late. I'll probably come on at around 11 to 1. If I come in a little earlier, it might be 10. If I come in earlier, probably be around 10.
mm.
And then I'll do maybe a 10 to 1 or maybe 10 to midnight. And then, you know, save me an hour and I can sleep more. Take my medicine and I can sleep. Because I'm not planning on waking up until like 9:30. Usually my body usually wakes me up at 8:30 anyways. Like 8:30 I'm up. Sometimes even earlier. There's times that I wake up like at 7:30. Especially that I know someone that wakes up that's up early that time. I hit them up. So it's cool to wake up early. Not super early. I know someone who wakes up super early. That's crazy. But I used to wake up super early myself. I used to wake up like at 4 in the morning to go to work. I know someone that wakes up at 3 to go to work. I'm like, that's crazy. I'd be like, that's nuts. I used to go to school when I used to go to school, like high
Yeah.
school, when I first started high school. I used to wake up at what, 4, 5, like 4 in the morning just to go to school. I used to ride my bicycle early in the morning. I used to ride my bike to my friend's house. And then from my friend's house, we would take the bus to go to school. I was using my friend's address as my home address to go to the school. But then the school is just like a prison. When I went to school, I was like, I'm claustrophobic for one, and I feel like this school is like a prison. Like it felt like prison. I switched out of school. I was like, I didn't want to be there in that high school. It was a brand new high school too. It had just opened, and I was like, nah. I went to another school, another part of town, the other opposite side of town, and I was comfortable there, and I was good there. I met really cool friends, ended up being really good friends, like best friends. I had a group of
Yeah,
friends. It was like cool times. High school was cool for me. I had
yeah,
fun. I was a good student though. I did what I had to do. I did my work and I graduated. But it was, you know, did what I had to do. Did what I had to do to graduate. And Yeah. And then what? 22 years later, I'm here talking on YouTube, chilling, about to wrap up the show in 3 minutes, thinking about what I'm gonna eat for dinner. I feel like eating soup, like a soup and sandwich.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that. I like Lipton. Like I like, because I put eggs, like I scramble some eggs and I put it inside it too, and I cook the soup together, and it's like an egg drop soup.
Yeah.
But I scramble the eggs, and it gives me the protein and whatever I need from the eggs, and then eat a sandwich with it, and that's like a soup and sandwich combo. I think I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna have a soup and sandwich. Simple, easy. Doesn't take long to make. Easy to put together. I'm actually really thinking about it. I'm actually gonna do it as soon as I get off here. Like I'll have it done in like 10 minutes. Dinner done in 10 minutes. Like what do you do, man? This is what I did: Lipton soup and a sandwich, and that's enough for me for dinner. Like I don't eat that much. I eat like twice a day, maybe 3 times a day. Maybe I'll eat, but they're small meals. They're not big meals. They're like small meals. I can't eat too big or too much. I'm not a. I can't eat all my food. Like I usually be like, oh, I'll take the rest home and I'll eat the rest later, type of dude. Like if I go somewhere to eat, like let's say Olive Garden or Red Lobster or any of that places, I'm like, I only eat like half of the food, and then I take the rest home. I take the rest home, and it tastes better the next day too.
Hell yeah.
Especially if you get like Olive Garden, and I love their breadsticks. Who doesn't like Olive Garden's breadsticks? Come on now.
I used to go to Olive Garden.
Yeah, or Red Lobster's like cheddar biscuits. Oh man, their biscuits are delicious. I'm getting people hungry now. Like it's good. Yeah, I need to go eat. It's already 5 o'clock. I'm wrapping up the show. I'm done. I'll see you tonight. If you're
Okay.
up, I'll come through and we'll talk about more about the storm,
Yeah.
and we'll go from there. I mean, like, it's crazy. The storm looks so crazy. They're gonna need a lot of love. That love card needs to come out and slap everyone out there because you know there's a storm that's underestimated right now, and the more I see it, the more it makes me sick. So with that said, it's my mind over your matter, and I'll see you guys later on tonight. Peace. See you on the flip side.